All right, let's talk about One Battle After Another.
This was a very good movie.
Yeah. Hot take.
I was gonna go see this movie no matter what the publicity or whatever, anything that the director comes out with, I'm gonna go see in the theater. He doesn't need to give me a trailer really. So that being said, um, I thoroughly enjoyed. This was one of the best movies of the year in
I
terms of a film being made, an American movie. This was one of the best American movies this year.
When this year started, I was very the movies just kept coming out. I was like, usually we have like a good movie by now. Like we haven't
Right.
like it's just hasn't happened. Like the best movie at one point was what was that movie with Michael Fassbender and Kate Blanchett, the Steven Soderbergh movie?
Oh, Black Bag.
Black Bag, yes. So that at one point was the best movie of the year, and it was like that for a
Mhm,
little bit. And then Sinners dropped. I was like, "Oh fuck.
mhm.
We are so back. Movies are good
Yep,
again. I believe in the power of cinema." The Martin Scorsese meme, right?
yep.
And then for a couple of months after that, there was nothing. I think we got Friendship, which was really good, some other stuff, but
Mhm.
not the level of Sinners. Then we got
Right.
Superman. Superman was
Mhm,
great. Some
mhm.
other stuff here and there. Weapons, awesome.
Yep.
This, oh my lord. Oh my lord.
Yeah.
The scale, just the way it was captured, the tone, the way that PT is able to still like do these wonderful tracking shots that don't look like a fucking mess. Like
Mhm.
it's just so choreographed and like improv at the same time. It all feels like life is just unfolding in front of the camera. The way he's still able to do that, I think, is so unique.
It always feels like that. All of his movies feel that way, where you're just walking in, it's already started. Like, the life's already been happening. The cast of One Battle After Another all feel like these are effortless performances from everyone. Like, Tiana Taylor was I've never seen her personally act. Like, I just know that she's an artist, but seeing her act and on camera, presence and the command that she had in everything that she was in that movie blew me away because I didn't really know her. Same with Chase Infinity. Like, I've known of Chase Infinity that she's been working. This is the first time I locked eyes with this actor, and I was like, wow. Because Benicio and Champagne DiCaprio have been in my radar for decades. And so seeing them do effortless work is not a surprise, you know. But overall, everything, the storytelling, the cinematography, the themes and the scope and like every nothing, I didn't know where it was gonna go, and every time it was just like blowing me away.
I personally I've been trying to do this a lot more in my commentary specifically is talking about acting because I feel
Mhm.
like a lot of people in the online space don't know how to talk about acting. And it's
Sure.
like I like and it's not out of ignorant. I think it's out of ignorance, but it's not like in the negative way. It's just like
Right.
there
They
isn't a
don't
whole
know.
lot of blueprint. And even when I read like written reviews, like there's very little in the discussion of the actor, like beyond
Mhm.
like what that they were good, that they're a revelation
Mhm.
or whatever, but like in terms of the process and like the moment to moment beats and like really like carving out like an interpretation of that,
Mhm.
I feel starved of. And
Okay.
that's what I've been slowly trying to do as someone who does act and is a working actor. Like
Mhm.
what like either scenes, moments, or whatever, like you found either like inspirational or interesting or challenging or like
Things that okay, so things that stood out. Tiana Taylor's presence in the bathroom stall with Sean Penn is like one of my favorite moments in that whole movie because of how she carries herself and what the weight that is silent, like that silent moment where he's on her chest and she's just directing him and moving him and taking over the space and the situation, like she's holding all the power, and the her body language is visually, it's like one of the coolest things in the movie for me is her commanding Sean Penn with her femininity and her power and like just her personality. Like she's just holding court all
mm,
on her own. And that's like one of the most favorite moments in the movie because it's like I can feel him breathing. And
yeah,
it's nothing that you're hearing. You're not hearing that moment.
but you can
You're just
feel
seeing
like
it.
his chest and everything.
Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel what's going on. And she command like her. she owns that fucking moment, and the first half of the movie is really hers, literally, and I really responded to that in terms because to me she was unknown in the film world. So for that to like stay in my head still, I've only seen the movie the one time still, and I'm still kind of like that was such a great moment. And then the relationship between Bob and Sensei, Carlos, the Benicio character, relationship of him having to go for help to Benicio, and Benicio having this character that is so under control,
Mhm.
so knows exactly where he is, who he is, how he's the complete opposite of where Decap Bob is. Bob is not in control. Bob is reaching. Bob is still trying to catch up and whatever, and trying to stay up to date with what's happening. And Benicio's the complete 180 in that relationship, which is really fun. And seeing Benicio basically have a vacation in my head of like, look at this motherfucker have the time of his life in an easy performance
Yeah.
where it just looks like it's effortless for him. It was joyful to just watch him move around.
But that's kind of hard though, right? Because you're watching, because like when you're in front of the camera, like you feel the tendency to either show that you actually like you are an actor, like you actually, showing
Mhm,
that you can do the job, but
mhm.
also feeling, I guess, the pressure to do something, right? When you don't have to do anything, because
Yeah.
I remember when I was in film school, like they made us go in front of the camera so we know what it's like to be in front of the camera
Mhm,
and receive bad
mhm,
direction, to have the
mhm.
lights in your eyes, to like not really know where you are in the space, because when you're behind the camera, you're looking through the screen, you see it, you are like creating it, but when you're the actor, you don't, like you don't have that connection to it. It's not the same. Like I feel like a role like that is deceptively challenging.
The questions that you get in film school, or you get like, oh, when you take a camera class, you're green as hell in that regard. Well, Benicio has been at it for 40 years now. Like he started on camera in as a James Bond villain in the 80s, and like so his going to work for him is definitely easier than for you or for me, because he's done it way more. He knows how to work on a set. He knows, I'm assuming that now where he is in his career, he knows the actor that he is. And he knows that he's always exploring, and he knows that he's always going to be working on something, and he's going to bring ideas because that's what he is. He's an idea guy. Again, if he has ideas for the character, like have you heard the famous, not famously, but the stories of him and Sicario with Josh Brolin, how he just gave Josh Brolin a lot of his lines because he's like, my character doesn't need to say these things, but your character can because your character loves to talk.
Oh,
And it's just like,
I might have heard that, but I don't really remember, but that does make sense. Yeah.
I don't have the weight or the clout or the pedigree to like call those shots and like tell a director, hey, let's do, Benicio's been around for a while, and so it looks effortless. But it's been building for years. Like that's the difference between him and, let's say, maybe Chase Infinity, who is younger, obviously has a different approach. He hasn't been at it for so long, and she's in the arena where she's going to surprise Sean Penn. She's going to surprise Benicio. She's going to surprise PTA and be like, whoa, where did this fucking person come from? Whereas Benicio, DiCaprio, and Sean Penn, they're going to be like, here we go again. These motherfuckers are going to bring it. And then in this movie, they do. All
Yeah.
those actors bring the best, but also that director brings out the best because he writes really well.
Yeah.
And he knows the takes that he wants to do. Like it's the alchemy. At the end of the day, it's the alchemy.
Yeah. And Sean
The
Penn, two-time Oscar winner, should have three.
Right.
If like I just think Dead Man Walking is just unbelievable.
Yeah, like he's in this movie, he sticks out of all of them because it's such a weird before, like he does his choices are so wonderful.
Wonderfully specific.
Yeah.
Just and I think it also there isn't like a Sean Penn fatigue either.
No.
He's been gone for a little bit.
Yeah.
And gone from movies of this scale and accessibility for a long time. What do you think his odds are of getting number three?
Depends on the nominations for other supporting roles, cuz it's also because this movie they could say it's a DiCaprio movie, but it's also an ensemble.
It is an
So
ensemble, yeah.
like, so I'm like thinking, would DiCaprio be considered the lead? And
Yeah,
if that, so it would be, he would be nominated for the lead, and Sean Penn would be nominated for supporting. Uh, and also I would give it to Tiana for supporting
I think so too.
uh, a wrecking ball
If they wanted
without
to
saying
give,
anything.
yeah, yeah, that's true. I think they could do a Judi Dench, in Shakespeare in Love, and give a little nom to Regina Hall for like
Yeah.
just every
Again, didn't
every
do nothing.
every millisecond that she's on screen, just on it.
Those close-ups.
Those
Yeah.
close-ups were incredible. I did not see Scary Movie on her face at
Oh.
all. Yeah, I just found one battle after another so impressive. And just rewatching it in VistaVision was really great. I I am still just taken by that final sequence on the road.
Mhm.
The like who like we never thought about 100 years went by and no one
Mhm.
was like, we should do a sequence where, there's a car chase, but there's like hills, and like the hills are the
Yeah.
suspense, and cutting from point of views, and like just thinking about how much went into making that possible, like the shooting of
Mhm.
it, but also just the edit and the concept. Like that sequence made me feel and think at the same time because I was feeling
Yeah.
it because I didn't know what was happening. The suspense was there, but my film brain was on at the same time. I'm like, holy fuck.
Mhm.
The idea, the execution, even thinking about the logistics in this, I was just everywhere. My brain was everywhere. It was one of those
But
kinds of
yeah, like
experiences for me.
if you listen to PTA talk, which I do and you do as well, we nerd out on filmmakers. He talks like that shot doesn't happen without the location scouting. Like that the idea of the visual for that shot is based on a location scout in that like if the filmmaker doesn't, it wasn't present in that moment of location scouting, that idea might have never happened, and it would have been a different type of chase scene or ending. But for the fact that that came out of something that wasn't the objective, that's again, like that's the beauty of that filmmaker and how much he understands from pre-production to the premiere. Everything in the middle of those 2 points is essential. Is very important.
Yeah, there any final things you want to say about one battle after another?
Like I have to see it again, and I still think about it. It's memorable as hell. That's what I'll say. It's the one of the most memorable movies of the year. It's definitely gonna it's up there of this year for me, like Superman, where it's just like, wow, that was those 2 movies really made me happy.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like when I watched Superman, it was so high on my list of like favorite movies of the
Mhm.
year, which we can like go over like, when come December. But then so many other movies like just came out like right after that I fell in love
Yeah.
with, like Splitsville and Sentimental Value and
Caught stealing,
Caught Stealing and
one of the best.
It Was Just an Accident. There's so many great
Mhm.
movies this year. So many.
Yeah.
And I hope they all get their due in
Big
one way
and
or
small.
another. Yeah, huge, small, low key, been a great year for movies, but it just spread out in a very strange way.
It sometimes feels like a vacuum, but it's not. It's just been a fucked up year.
Yeah, just been a fucked up. There's just been a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the most a lot going on a year has ever been, really.
Yeah. And then movies.
And then movies.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you on the next one. We'll just be bullshitting. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sounds
It's been a
good.
pleasure.
All right. Love you.
You too.
Can I get it again?
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay!
Technology.
Okay.
All right.